Hello everyone. So this is for either Thursday or Friday, December 12th, 10th or 11th. I'm sorry about that. My tongue is twisted today. So what I'm going to show you is going to go to Delta Math because that's going to be the easiest way to show you it. Okay. What they're going to do is ask you to graph the piecewise defined functions. So a couple reminders first. If you guys were to have, if I asked you to graph f of x is equal to 4, remember, f of x is just a fancy way of saying y. So I want you to graph y is equal to 4. Remember, if it only has the y, it's only going to cross the y. So that means it's a horizontal line at 4. Okay? If I gave you f of x is equal to 3x minus 2, then you have a y-intercept of negative 2 and a slope of 3. So you'd go up 3 over 1, and there would be your line, assuming you could draw straight, unlike what I did there. So let me go back over here and do this one. Okay, it says graph y is equal, f of x, y is equal to 4, so that's the horizontal line at 4, but you're only using values where x is less than or equal to negative 3. Okay, so it's a horizontal line only where x is less than or equal to negative 3. So now, how do I change the ends on it? There we go. I just kept clicking on it. Okay, it gave me an arrow. Okay? And it has a closed circle. Okay? Click on the endpoint of a line to change it. There we go. So I'm clicking on it. And I need that one closed because it has the equal sign. Negative 6x plus 32. Okay. So, all right, well, I was going to do a y-intercept of 32, but obviously that's not going to fit. So let's try picking some x values. Let's try, I can only use numbers greater than or equal to 4. Well, what if we put in 4? I know we're not supposed to use it, but there would be an open circle there then. If we put in 4, that's negative 24 plus 32. So isn't that 8? So when x is 4, the y value is 8. So there's going to be a starting point. Okay, what I'm doing here, let me show you negative 6x plus 32. Negative 6x plus 32. And it says we can only use greater than 4. So if I fill in 4, I got negative 24 plus 32, which is 8. So the coordinate 4, 8 is open. It's an open circle. Okay? So let's try 5 then. 5 would be negative 30 plus 32, which gives me 2. So I have the coordinate 5, 2. 4, 8, 5, 2. 4, 8 is drawn first. 4, 8 is drawn first. And then 5, 2. And I'm going to click there to make it the arrow, and click there to make it open, because it doesn't include it. Okay? Yes, we got it. Okay. So these are tricky, because they don't let you just fill the numbers in, or let you just do it with a y-intercept. Okay. This one will be easier, because this is in the range of values, and we can just graph it. So the y-intercept is negative 3, except this may cause a little trouble. The y-intercept, yeah, see, I think it's better to pick points. So let's try picking the endpoint. Okay, I know I'm not supposed to use that, it just means it's open. If I fill in negative 1, I wish I could write right on here. If I could do this, okay, we can do this. There we go. Now you can see both. So I've got y is equal to negative x minus 3, and I've got x is greater than negative 1. So I'm going to pick the negative 1 and fill it in. Negative, a negative 1 minus 3, which gives me 1 minus 3, which is negative 2. So I've got the coordinate negative 1, negative 2, but I'm not supposed to use negative 1, so this is an open circle. Okay? But I can still plug it in, just make it open when you're done. Now let's try greater than negative 1. So how about x is 0? Fill 0 in, you get a y is negative 3, because this just wipes out. So then you got the coordinate 0, negative 3. So do this one first. Negative 1, negative 2. Click, hold, and I have to go to 0, negative 3. 0, negative 3. That endpoint is open. This endpoint is an arrow. Okay? Let's come back over here. We've got the second one to work with. We've got y, or actually it was the first one. And I've got x is less than or equal to negative 4. So let's fill in negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 4 minus 11. So that's 8 minus 11, which is negative 3. So I've got the point negative 4, negative 3. And this point is closed because I can use it. I've got the equal sign. So let's try x is negative 5 and fill it in. Negative 2 times negative 5 minus 11. That's 10 minus 11, which is negative 1. So I've got the coordinate negative 5, negative 1. Okay, so negative 4, negative 3. Negative 4, negative 3. So right there. And I'm going to click, maybe click, and I need to go to negative 5, negative 1. This end is solid because I could use it. This end has the arrow. There we go. Okay. Whoops. There we go. I'm not so sure you guys need a second one, but if you want, or a third one, what I'm doing again is I'm going to use the endpoints by filling them in. Now for the second one, remember that's just a horizontal line where it's going to be greater than negative 2. So I'm going to start at negative 2, and it's a horizontal line, and I'm just going to drag it out there somewhere. This end is open, this end is arrow, because it's greater than, so it's to the right. This one, y equals 3x plus 9. So I've got y is equal to 3x plus 9. And its x is less than negative 5. I'm filling in whatever the endpoint they're telling you to start with. I'm going to fill that in. So it's 3 times negative 5 plus 9. That's negative 15 plus 9. So it's negative 6. So you have the coordinate negative 5, because that's the x value. This is your y value. So remember, this is all y equals. But I'm not supposed to use negative 5, so that means it's an open circle. Okay? Just go one more point in the direction you can use, like negative 6. That'd be one more lower than this one. So x is negative 6. Now fill it in. Whoops, too far. Y is equal to 3 times negative 6 plus 9. 3, oops. Sorry about that. So that's negative 18 plus 9, so it's negative 9. And that's your y value. When your x is negative 6, your y value is negative 9. So then you go and plot these points. Negative 5, negative 6. So negative 5, negative 6. I'm going to click and hold. And I'm going to go to negative 6, negative 9. And let go. This point is open. This point is arrow. Okay? And then you'd submit it. Okay? Now I need to go back and show you the second piece. I have to express the function that is defined here. So I have to find the equation of the lines. Okay. Let's clear this out. Okay. So I got to find the y-intercepts of this stuff because I have to be able to graph the equation in the line. So how about I copy this over so I can draw on the thing. Okay. So I hope you could see that the slope of this thing is 1. That the slope is 1. You're just up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So you're looking at this equation, and your slope is 1. So what I'm missing is the y-intercept. Well, up 1 over 1 gives me a -3. So that equation is y is equal to 1x minus 3, or y is equal to x minus 3. We don't have to have the 1. And it's only good where x is less than or equal to -1. So that's one of the equations. Okay. This one, let's see, the slope is up 1, 2, 3, back 1. The slope is -3. Now let's see if we get lucky and hit the y-axis if I continue this. Up 1, 2, 3, back 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back 1. 1, 2, 3, back 1. 1, 2, 3, back 1. See, I'm not going to hit it. Okay? My guess is it's 12, but I'm not hitting it. So I'm assuming what they're going to want you to do is, now that you have that, use an actual value like 6, -4, and find the y-intercept. So how about we use this one. So y minus -4 is +4 is equal to -3, x minus 6. So y plus 4 is equal to -3x plus 18. Subtract the 4. Y is equal to -3x plus 14. And it's good right of 5. Right of 5. Okay, so now let's come back over here. Come back over here. So if we type, it doesn't matter which one you type first, I'll do this one. So -3x plus 14. And it's only good when x is greater than 5. And now this one, y equals, I'll just have it as x minus 3, and that's where x is less than or equal to -1. Bing. It's always good. Okay. So you got to find the two segments here. So let's clear this out. Let's select everything, get rid of it, scoot this back up. Let's copy this thing over there. I guess I really don't need the wording up top. I just want to do this so I can write right on it. Okay. If you guys could find the y-intercepts just by getting it off the graph, that certainly makes it easier. Okay? So like this one, you've got the y-intercept of 4, and you've got a slope of 1. So this equation is going to be y is equal to 1x plus 4, or better yet, y is equal to x plus 4. Now notice it's good between -3 and 2. Okay? It's open on both ends. So y is equal to x plus 4 is good when x is bigger than, but not including -3, or smaller than and not including 2. So this is the one on the left. The one on the right also has a slope of 1, so we don't have to do any calculating to find the equation. Down 1, back 1, down 1, back 1. This one would have a y-intercept of 1. So that equation is y is equal to 1x plus 1, or y is equal to x plus 1. And it's good between 2 and 6. So x is greater than 2, but less than 6. These are the two equations. Okay? So I don't know if you guys actually need to see them typed in. I'm guessing not. Let's go on to a new one. Okay, express this function. Again, I think we can get the y-intercepts right out of there. Maybe I'll do this one because it's got a closed endpoint on it. And show you what that looks like. Okay. Again, read the slope when it's possible just to read it. So this is down one, right one, down one, right one. So the slope of this line is -1. The y-intercept is 2. So it's y is equal to -1x plus 2. It's defined between -4 and 1. So y is equal to -x plus 2 is good when it's trapped between bigger than and equal to -4, but strictly less than 1. Okay, now this one also has a slope of 1, so that's beautiful. So that means I have a y-intercept of -3. So y is equal to +1x plus 3, or y is equal to x plus 3, would be cleaner. And it's good between 1 and 5. It's open on both ends. It's bigger than 1 and less than 5. So these are the two sets of equations that you would type in, or two sets of stuff. Okay? Let me look for one where we got to find the equation again to see if you guys need some help at finding the equations. Nope, you can read the y-intercept straight out of those. Okay, when they share an endpoint, so what? And I don't mean that flippantly. And I really should quit this video because it's probably getting super long. Okay. Okay, so remember, this sucker is a horizontal line. So this piece is just y is equal to 2 between -3 and 0. When x is greater than but not equal to -3 and less than 0. This one, okay, so that in here. So up 1, 2, 3, 4, run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the slope of this line is 4/5 and the y-intercept is 0. So y is equal to 4/5 x. I don't think you need the plus 0. Okay? And that's trapped between 0 and 5. So it's bigger than 0, less than 5. Okay? All right. Let me go back. Okay, so we already did the graphing and this was the writing. Okay? Because we already did this one. Yeah, we already did the graphing, so this was the writing. Thank you guys for your time. Have yourself a great one. Apologize for the length.